Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's devotion for February 4th. Today's devotion is titled God-Sized Love, and the Bible reading is from Matthew chapter 5, verses 43 to 48. You have heard the law that says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. For he gives his sunlight to both the evil and the good, and he sends rain on the just and the unjust alike. If you love only those who love you, what reward is there for that? Even corrupt tax collectors do that much. If you are kind only to your friends, how are you different from anyone else? Even pagans do that. But you are to be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. I once visited an impoverished neighborhood of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Homes were made of corrugated iron, with electrical wires dangling live above them. There, I had the privilege of interviewing families and hearing how churches were helping to combat unemployment, drug use, and crime. In one alleyway, I climbed a rickety ladder to a small room to interview a mother and her son. But just a moment later, someone rushed up saying, "We must leave now." A machete-wielding gang leader was apparently gathering a mob to ambush us. We visited a second neighborhood, but there we had no problem. Later I discovered why. As I visited each home, a gang leader stood outside guarding us. It turned out his daughter was being fed and educated by the church, and because believers were standing by her, he stood by us. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus presents a standard of love that's beyond comparison. This kind of love embraces not just the worthy, but the undeserving, reaching beyond family and friends to touch those who can't or won't love us back. This is God-sized love, and the kind that blesses everyone. As believers in Santo Domingo live out this love, neighborhoods are starting to change. Tough hearts are warming to their cause. That's what happens when God-sized love comes to town. How would you describe the difference between human love and godly love? Who can you bless today who can't repay you? Thank you for joining me for today's devotion, and I hope you all have a very wonderful day.